everyone, my name is Christiana Wang and I'm a senior student at Cole College majoring in Business Administration and Public Relations. Today I'm going to talk about study abroad. First of all, let me ask you two questions. How many of you have ever been to another country? How many of you are interested in study abroad programs? That's a pretty good number. There are two reasons are really important of study abroad. The first one is the linguistic environment. According to Zhang Guoqing's article, study abroad is really important for foreign language learners to actually study in a linguistic environment. It's true that nobody can speak really fluent foreign language in a remote country area. So if you study another language at Cole College, then you should study abroad. I know there are a lot of Cole students are actually taking foreign language courses at Cole College because foreign language courses will count it towards general education requirements, and study abroad also will be counted towards practical training requirements. So if you are a freshman or a sophomore and you haven't finished these requirements yet, you definitely should study abroad. The second reason is know more about outside of the U.S. I actually interviewed the associate professor of history and Asian studies, David Norman, and he said American people tend to think people outside of America are living in the same way as we do, but actually that's not true. Those foreigners knows the difference, but we don't know. So it's really important to know what's going on outside of America. I interviewed a student named Michaela Price. She's a senior majoring in psychology and a Spanish major. She went to Costa Rica during her junior year, which is the fall term of 2010. She had a really good time there, and she went there through ACM programs, which is the programs actually different from Cole programs, but I will tell you the difference later. And she had a pretty good time. This is her picture, like they're actually celebrating the Costa Rican Independence Day. And the second picture is the banana plantation, and third picture is their group members. And the fourth one is she actually did a 3 weeks rural study there. And for myself, I gained a lot of benefits through study abroad programs. I actually improved my language skills. I've been studying Japanese for 5 years, but I've never passed a Japanese linguistic proficiency test. But after I studied in Japan during my sophomore year, which is the spring term of 2010, I actually passed that test. So it's gonna be a huge plus during my future job application. So if you are a business major students, you definitely should study abroad because business graduates not only competing with American college graduates of which the number is 3,048,000 people every year. You're actually competing with those business graduates worldwide. And this is a picture of like when I was in Japan, I did an internship in a Japanese bank. And I actually have a better understanding of different cultures. Here are the 3 pictures that actually I was in the karate competition. I studied Taekwondo for 2 years, and when I was in Japan, I attended the karate competition, represent the Nagoya Gakuin University. And even though I didn't win, because like in my first round I met a black belt, which is really bad luck, but I gained a lot of great experience. And here's 2 pictures of our field trip. We did a ninja field trip while I was in Japan. You can see a lot of foreign students wear ninja clothes and walking on the street, and they don't know who you are, but you actually can see their faces. It's pretty interesting. And you might be interested in what programs that we have at Cole right now. Actually, we have 4 different kinds of opportunities that you can study abroad. And before you actually choose the right program, there are 4 questions you should ask yourself. The first one is, what is my foreign language background. The second one is, are there courses I need to for my major? And the third one is, do I need more support or more independence? The fourth one is, how much do I want to stress myself culturally? After figuring out the answers of the 4 questions, you actually need to know the difference between these 4 programs. The first one, co-programs, is an exchange programs between college and another college in another country. We actually exchange students. So the tuition is actually is the same one as when you study at college. So it's relatively inexpensive. But for the ACM programs, it's a little bit more expensive and a little bit more complicated to apply, because ACM actually stands for Associate Colleges of the Midwest. So it's not only it's not a co-programs. You have to apply for the programs through ACM website. There are a lot of paperwork that you need to be done, and you pay some extra money, but they give you extra things, such as they provide us ACM members to travel with you together. If you meet any problems in another country, you actually have someone from America to talk to. You don't have to solve the problems like by yourself. And ACM programs usually provide you a host family, so you can get closer to the culture and to practice your language skills. And the third one is the Asian terms. Here's a brochure for the Asian terms. And you actually travel with co-professors in different countries in Asia, such as Thailand, Vietnam, for 1 semester, and it's a really great experience. The last one is May term. This one is a relatively short-term study abroad program. It usually lasts 2 weeks, and you also travel with co-professors. The cost of this programs usually will be around $2,000 and $3,000. It depends on which country that you are going to. And as a conclusion, I encourage all of you guys to take an action right now to get started, to talk to Professor John Chamoff, and whose office is in the career service, and to talk to Professor David Norman, and his office is in the Hickok Hall, 2nd floor. He's really professional in Asian terms study, and he's also one of the ACM program member. And the third one is talk to your advisor, plan ahead, see which semester is the best one for you to go to study abroad. And the last one is, if you are not sure which country that you are interested in and you haven't planned anything yet, please join in the international club. We actually will have some really big events during the year, such as in the fall term we're going to have the culture show, and during the spring term we're going to have international banquet in the cafeteria. So please join us, and if you're interested in study abroad programs, please talk to those people. Thank you.